Hello, this is Jeff Gilbert. Welcome to my live call. Comes with a question: do I have to have a product story? So let's talk about that. And for those of you that do not know me, I've been involved in network marketing for over 40 years. I share a lot of what I've learned in my journey on these live calls. And I started in this business totally broke, bust. Sold a junk truck to get started, put $200 in my business, and the last almost 28 years I've been full-time. So I'm so the question comes up. Oh, and he says no in Auckland, but we sure get in the, oh, I see. Oh, you get it in the South. Okay. Okay. Jennifer in Kansas, nice to see you. Yeah. So some people feel like, when they join, and so many network marketing companies are wellness companies, products that assist in health. Matter of fact, I remember years ago they used to joke about it because they would say, "Oh, lotions and potions and pills," and they would go off and do a telecommunication or any kind of service company. And then usually those companies, for some reason, I know because I personally experienced it, would go out of business. I was in a few telecommunication companies that did. One was Discount Medical Insurance. Network marketing, that was another one that went bust. So many, how many travel companies have gone under? Oh, so many. And then it's funny because then we're like, yeah, I guess the only companies that really seem to stay around are wellness companies. There are other companies out there that might, have a focus on household products and things like that. They might be environmental, fine products. But for the most part, so many of the companies out there are in wellness. But when, some people get the mindset that if they don't have a great enough, inspiring enough wellness story with their product, they probably won't be successful. I want you to understand something, and I've been doing wellness companies for, 40 years. And the last one I joined 21 years ago, there was nothing wrong with me. Now, my wife might disagree with that. No, I'm talking about my health. There was nothing wrong with me, okay? Nothing wrong with me. I was healthy. And matter of fact, the top earners in the company, none of them were sick when they started. So I want you to understand that why then did we become successful? We became successful because we saw a business opportunity behind the product. See, it was enough for me just to know that there's real science behind the product. And so hopefully you're in a company that has that real science, real results, real value that you're giving people. That's the important thing. That's all I needed to know. That's all you need to know. You don't have to be a scientist for a lack of a story to try to convince people. Again, what's the old saying? Sell the sizzle, not the steak. The feeling, what does it, what problem does it solve in people's lives? What value does it give in people's lives? Those are the important questions. But I remember this a long time ago. You know, this was back in, when was this? 1993, I think. And I was living in Alabama, and I was going to prospect a girl that was in a wellness company. And when I went to see her, I asked her, I said, what is your compensation plan like? And she looked at me seriously and she said, I don't know anything about those percents. And I was like, what? She said, I don't know anything about those percents. She's talking about the percentages in the pay plan, okay? So she don't know anything about those percents. And she said, you see that stick out in the yard? I said, yeah. If I'm sold on that stick, I can sell that stick. Okay, all right. Nice talking with you. Nice talking with you. Her name was Sherry. I said, Sherry, nice talking with you. Got in my car, drove away. I thought, that girl will never make it. But shortly after that, she was at $20,000 a month in her income. Okay? She was. Because she was sold on that stick. But she didn't know anything about those percents. Here's the thing. You have to be sold on your product. And that's the thing. You have to love it. You may not have, and that was why I titled this, do you have to have a product story? The answer is no, you don't, but you need to use the product. Now, you can share if your product is doing things for you, sure, share it. But too many times we're looking for, you know, the incredible story. I mean, the story that's going to inspire people. That's not important. What's important is that people want to know, does your product work? Does it do what it's designed to do? In other words, does it really fix a problem? Does it give value? And so, like I said, when I started 21 years ago in my last wellness company, I wasn't sick. And in fact, it's been my experience that even the ones who have these incredible experiences where their health is in the toilet, near death, and they totally turn it around because of your incredible product, for those of you that are in wellness companies. And it's been my experience that you would think those people would be the missionaries, the rock stars, the top earners in the company. Usually it's not. Usually it's not. And I think part of that is the fact that they're so fixed on just selling the product. And again, I defer to the McDonald's story, Ray Kroc, because they had the product focus. Ray Kroc had the franchise focus. So I have a slogan that I've always said, a cliche, I don't know what you call it. Sell the franchise, don't sell the burger. You're going to make a whole lot more money if you're selling franchises, because Ray proved that, than if you were selling burgers, or in your case, products. For every person you sponsor, they are a walking franchise out there. Think about it. And when they sponsor other people, they are walking franchises. So that adds up to a lot of business volume that you get paid on, versus how much product could you really sell in a month. So again, having said that, then, since I wasn't sick and went to the top in a wellness company, as did others, and they were not sick, they had the franchise mentality. Sell the franchise, not the burger. Why? because you are going to sell more products that way. The more people you have on your team, the more products you're going to sell. Now, there are people out there that try to contradict that. They'll say, oh, if the focus is all about recruiting, it's a pyramid scheme. No, idiot. The more people you have, if you don't recruit enough, you're not going to sell anything. You don't have anybody to sell anything. And then understand this, the people that are promoting that product are consuming it. That adds up to sales, a lot of sales. I use a lot of health products. I use health products from different companies. So having said that, but at the same time, does that mean when somebody says, well, who's it working on? I mean, tell me some stories is what they're asking. You can be a collector of stories. See, you may have been in perfect health when you started. Matter of fact, one of my favorite products is an immune system product. So when people would join and they'd say, well, do I have to use it every month? My answer is, well, what month do you not want to have a healthy immune system that would protect you? What month? They get it. They get it. And I'll tell you, friends, it's, of course, you have to be compliant and cautious, especially in Facebook and social media. You can't make health claims. But in your one-on-ones with people, when you talk to people, tell them the truth. I was on the phone with a woman in Alabama that has COVID-19. And she has a past history of pneumonia and asthma. She's in bad shape. And her kids are sick. And of course, you heard Trump, how he's been taking, what is that? I can't ever remember these long medical drug names. Hydroxychloroquine, I believe, and then there's one other. There's two drugs that I suggested that there's been a lot of research about how helpful they are when you're in bad shape. Of course, there was wellness products that I was going to suggest as well for her to help her. But anyway, when she called the doctor, I said, just call your doctor and get a script on these two drugs because it's inexpensive. I mean, they're not expensive at all. The reply was, oh, no. You can only use those drugs in the hospital. Okay, so do I have to go to the hospital? No, we're at the hospital. We got to help you. And then she tried another hospital. Same answer. What a mess. And this is the United States. This should be the best health care in the world, in the United States. And what a joke. What a joke. I mean, if I'm in the Philippines, I can, and I've done this, schedule an executive checkup. I can go to St. Luke's Hospital in Manila, and they bring me in and they put me in a room like a hotel room. It's like a hotel room, right? Now they're going to do, for the next few days, they're going to go through all my body systems, everything you could possibly imagine. But I schedule this executive checkup. It's like I'm in a hotel room, got Wi-Fi, everything, you're comfortable. They give you the works. And for $1,500, I can get that kind of treatment. $1,500. Could you imagine in the United States what that would cost? I mean, I was just on the phone, I was just messaging with a friend who's got, some other health issues, and she was telling me that the doctors don't want to touch her unless she's showing up with money, right? And it's like $60,000 to get treated for her problem. 60 grand. What a mess. But back to this woman from Alabama. So they won't give her the drugs unless she's in the hospital. Now, these are, hydroxychloroquine has been around, what, 60 years? You know, no, you got to be in the hospital in order to take that. And we don't have availability. Oh. So where's the health care? There is no health care. It's a joke. And I'll tell you, this whole thing, just be careful, you know, I asked her, I said, well, you know, she said, you know, Jeff, I did everything to try to keep from getting this. I kept my kids home and I wore a mask. When I went out, wore a mask, and then got around somebody after I was buying banana bread from her, and she said, and she told her after she spent some time with her, yeah, I was around somebody that turned out to be positive with COVID. Oh, really? And and I'm spending time with you, right? 4 days later, boom, she's got it. You know, so the thing about it is, what's sad about this situation is that the doctors aren't doing anything. They really aren't. And so why am I talking about this? I was talking about this in the context of this video that do you have to have a product story? No, but you better have a product. If you got a product that gives value to people out there during this COVID pandemic and it helps them, then I'll tell you right now, don't be so fixed on the business. You're going to say, well, Jeff, didn't you just say, you know, sell the franchise, not the burger? That's right. That's right. But the whole basis of your business is your product. And so many of you are in wellness companies out there. So if you have products that really give people value, especially these people that get infected with COVID, and your product can give value to them, help support them, there's a great need for that, because they're not getting any health care. They're just getting tested. Yeah, go home, stay home, don't infect anybody. Yeah, but what about me? Sorry, no availability, and no, you can't have a drug. Can't help you. You know, in America, the greatest country in the world, right? What a joke. It's a joke. Can't believe it, what I see going on in this country. So it just burns my butt, I'll be honest with you. Because they say this is the greatest country in the world. When I hear people say that, I say, really? Have you ever traveled? Have you ever traveled the world? For many years, last 15 years, I've done nothing but that. And believe me, and I've visited their hospitals in different countries and visiting people and helping people, and even myself getting checked from time to time. And just incredible, brilliant doctors, brilliant services. Even my wife, who's from Taiwan. Do you realize, friends, this is really nuts, but Taiwan has zero cases of COVID-19. Zero. How is that possible? In the United States, it's over 3 million. Well, in Taiwan, they wear masks. They understand. They've always understood the importance of masks. Now, I know there's a lot of debates about it. These people can debate all they want, but Taiwan is a perfect example. Their movie theaters are open, their restaurants. I was telling my wife today, I wish we were in Taiwan, because we could go out in the public, nobody's got it, nobody's worried. Anybody who flies into Taiwan, they're quarantined, they screen, man, I tell you, they are on it. They are very serious, very vigilant with it. But life is normal there. They're going to movie theaters, enjoying movies and things like that. They're not looking at Top Gun, right? They're watching their own stuff. But they're having, their life is normal. So the thing about it is, and back in the United States, it's just chaotic, right? You know, 15,000 cases were reported, I think, yesterday in Florida. I know in Tennessee it was over 3,000 in one day. So it's moving fast. And the thing is, I feel sorry for these people that cannot get any health care. So without promoting any product, because I'll tell you, that's the other sad thing. then you have the FTC, the FDA, that wants to go down the throats of any wellness company that even suggests their product can help. But guess what? There's a vaccine coming. A vaccine's coming. Really. So this is all about selling vaccines and more drugs. It's amazing. China beat it without a vaccine. Taiwan had 400 cases at one point. Never needed a vaccine. They nipped it in the bud. But no, we need a vaccine. Heck, and it takes what, about 2 years for a vaccine to be truly tested to know whether it's safe. But you're going to be the guinea pigs, not me. No way. So I say that right now, even though you don't have a product story, hopefully you have a great product that can be of great help to people today. And if you have such a product that gives people support, it helps them during this time if they become infected. And for those who, hey, I take these products because I don't want to, I want to make sure I have a very strong immune system myself. And there's a lot of different products I use for that. And exercise and things like that. So again, when we think about it, to be successful in network marketing, you don't have to have an incredible story, but be a story collector. And I am just that. I'm a story collector. I have a lot of stories in my brain. Inspiring stories. Stories that'll bring you to tears of how wellness products through network marketing companies have made such a difference in people. And even products that are not from network marketing companies have made a difference. I'm a big believer in prevention. I'm a big believer in treating it not with a drug, but through wellness products, natural products. If a person had cancer, they didn't get cancer because they didn't have enough chemotherapy in their blood. Right? So, it's really about reconnecting back to the very things God gave us. Things that come from nature, things that we can use to enhance ourselves and then share our stories. And again, be a collector of other stories. Of other people. You can share that with people. Just don't post it on your Facebook page, okay? That's right. Eden says stories sell. Yeah, facts tell, but stories sell. So again, go back to the science. You can give them all the science you want. It reminds me of a guy, and that's the important thing. If you tell the truth, it'll sound like a lie, so why exaggerate? That's right. Why exaggerate? Just tell the truth about your product. Very important. So those are some thoughts I wanted to share with you. Again, don't post on your Facebook page or make any product claims, because you got these watchdog groups, Truth in Advertising. They're left-wing nut jobs is what they are. And then of course government agencies that have spider crawlers that look for keywords on social media platform pages and the internet. So they're just looking for people to make claims. Don't do that. It's not necessary to do that. When you're on the phone with people, you're talking to your prospects, you can open up your heart, and it's a private conversation. It's nobody's business. So tell the truth, and that's it, and give value. That's my advice. But no, you don't have to have a product story to be successful in this business. So I hope you got some value out of this, and just keep yourself safe, okay? And here's the other thing I want you, because I had somebody, one leader say, well, I'm not worried about COVID-19 because I am on this product. She said the name of the product, and I said, that's very foolish to think that you can take a product and not get it. You will get it. Now, it may not slam you to the ground. You may not be that sick. You may be a little sick, It may minimize your downtime. I hope it will. But that's the last thing you want to start promoting is such foolishness. Let's be responsible as leaders. Be responsible in how we talk about our products. Again, don't make product claims on your social media and pages, and don't tell things that are not true. I would never suggest to anybody that using XYZ product, you're not going to get sick. That's ridiculous. I promise you, you could take the most incredible health products and stay on them religiously every day and outlive some people for no doubt many years, but you're eventually going to die. You know, at the end of the day, we're going to have to look for the things God provides as the final solution. And that is the final solution. But in the meantime, these products, wellness products, can be helpful to you. So it was fun being with you tonight. And I'll give you some value out tomorrow. Everyone, be safe. And I'm a total believer in wearing masks, okay? I don't care what they say to you, anybody says to you. Taiwan is a perfect example of how they controlled it. And nobody went out in public and didn't have a mask. They all did. But if you Google it, you'll see there are 0 cases of COVID-19 in Taiwan. My wife is just like, see, my country is so smart. You know, look at the U.S., what a mess. Yeah, well, so we just got to deal with it. That's it. But let's try to give value and be helpful to people. So I'll talk to you soon. Everyone, have a great evening.